Going against Itali. Let's see if we can slow them down somewhat. We have a pretty powerful deck, I think. Itali has a very good way of stealing our things and just turning the whole game around. I think we will start with the Temple, just try and get another land on top. Dark Ritual is nice. So, gonna play the Signet here. And then a Duress. Hoping to get rid of something like a ramp spell that's not a creature, for instance. Wow. It's a super creature heavy hand they've got there. Oh my god, this is going to be absolutely stunning. I think we're going to be able to just flip Bolus really, really soon here. Why the hell do they keep that hand with only red mana in it? That is absolutely nuts. And yeah, oh, that feels fantastic. I don't normally keep in very short games like this, but I just like to show people me beating Natali. It's just a nice little feat, just a fuzzy feeling in your tummy, isn't it, when that happens? Oh, this is a lovely hand. Very removal heavy. I fear that our commanders are just too scary for most people. Most people just can't hack this immense combination. And I haven't actually played partners until this point. But I'm just starting to think that maybe partners are too strong for the format, because you already start with 7 cards in hand, but you're getting 2 commanders. Is that overpowered, guys? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Maybe it is, you know. Maybe it is. Enchantment comes in, look at the top 3, keep a land. That's not too scary. Dark Ritual. Okay, I mean, we can't really say no to that, can we? But let's just kill this for now. And then we might be able to surprise him next turn with like a Bolus, for instance. Which is entirely possible. Oh, this is such a brutal format. Liliana. So we missed the land drop. But even though we missed the land drop, we can still play Bolus Dragon Guard, which is just nuts. What format is this? Oh my god. Literally god. Okay. So even if they do kill the Bolus, we can follow up with a Liliana of the Vial. I think I'm actually more worried if they kill the Kraum Mox than the Bolus, to be honest. It's probably a bit of a given that they will have a number of exile effects. The Static Prison will get rid of Bolus just temporarily. Not too worried about that. Because they need energy to sustain this removal. However, that is not going to last forever. Let's go. Oh, there's something so satisfying about my recent turn to just powerful decks. Because before, I used to just like make decks that were just like, you know, fun. And sometimes you'd win, but now I'm just focusing on power, and there is a very difference in, like, there's a tonal shift. Let's go for Clive, and we'll get rid of.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Do we need? We'll get rid of the Grasp, because now we can get rid of 2 amounts of board wipes if we need to. So Static Prison that's the last energy they've used. Fang of Shigeki, okay. That sounds like a rock band. Heliod's Punishment, so just loads of like just ways to slow us down, essentially. Okay, so we'll go for Kraum. Let's get rid of the hand again. Yeah, it's an interesting dichotomy here, because obviously we have the... I think we're going to swing in. We need to be aggressive. Like, we have the Liliana discarding, but we also have the board wipes that we weren't going to use anyway, so it kind of works quite well together. So that means we get bonus back. I don't know if that's good or bad for them. This card is only good if you're going to win very, very imminently. I think if you're just going to tempo someone... the artwork really looks like Bolus, actually. That's kind of cool. But I just feel like if you're playing something like Static Prison, you really have to keep up the tempo. I suppose that is exactly what Calyx is intentionally meant to do, but... Okay, so if they play another spell here, we draw a card, which is cool. That's what Kraum says. Or Barnabas Tharmer. Going into Lily with some kind of power boost. Let's take one of these counters off so we can't block anyway. Dog Umbra. Okay. Sure. Well, I think they're just absolutely screwed then. Okay. We will make them lose a creature here.
I know all there is to know.
Tick up with a Lily. Discard the Damnation. Just remove all these counters. So yeah, we're looking pretty damn good here. I'd be surprised if the opponent could come back from this immense field. Ghostly Prison. We can't attack unless we pay 2 for each. Okay. Well, they're not going to like where this is going. Is there anything good to reanimate? There's not even any good creatures to reanimate, is there? I'm just going to play this and then get a benefit from the discard, I think.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Replace the card we got rid of. Wowzers. Let's draw more. And let's draw more. So now they're going to start losing stuff with this Bolus effect. They're not going to be happy about this because now they're not going to be able to cast the commander very easily whatsoever. Don't forget, they can also sacrifice the Dog Umbra or the Heliod's Punishment. So we definitely want to get rid of the punishment before we use the bonus. Otherwise, they're going to gain an extra thing from that. Kill the Graveyard as well. Delightful. I think the opponent is just hanging on to the tiniest thread here. I'm just going to make them sack. Because that means we go for the lands when Bolus's trigger resolves. Oh, absolutely decimated. Right, so with this hand, you kind of want to go for a super 1-2 punch. And that's the Thought Season to the Reanimate. I hope that we can get something big and then resurrect it in the same turn. That is the ludicrous thing that you want to really do. So should we see if we can achieve that, guys? Come on, something big. Anything? Oh, that's annoying. Well, it's going to have to be Davriel. And we just don't get anything big there. You mill 2. I mean, it's going to hit this. It's going to mill them for 2 now, so maybe they get something big here. No. Okay, that's annoying. I think then we abrade the Jet Medallion to slow him down a bit. The fact this can become a 3-3 is kind of interesting. Just going to randomly take us down. The 3, deal damage, mill 2. Still no creatures in there. If we play Clive, then they're just going to -3, -3. But then we can reanimate. So it's not the end of the world, but I think I'd rather just go for the Bolus, to be honest. Because that does not kill it by itself, and we get to discard a card. Geezer. Gazer. Right, Gazer. But yeah, I think taking out the Davriel is huge there. Davriel is a real pain in the arse. Hate this card. So just obnoxiously powerful. Also, the other thing here, that if they kill the Bolus, we can reanimate it. Ooh, okay. Which is exactly what they've done. Unless they reanimate something a lot or worth our time. No, they haven't. Okay. So we can... Whenever you cast your first spell each turn, so we can't get the trigger with that anyway. So that doesn't matter too much. Get the bolus back. Make them discard. Probably not the virtue, I'm guessing. Unless it's a land that they do need for the Geezer. Is it Geezer or Geezer? I think it's Geezer. They actually get rid of the virtue. That's insane. And then we'll leave up the Stifle in case they have any triggered abilities that they want to annoy us with. Is it going to be another kill spell? That would be annoying, but we should be okay. I mean, they killed us here, and they don't play the Geezer. Murderous Rider. Oh, damn it. Okay. But again, they're doing all this without the value of Geezer. So they're missing out on these zombies every turn. +2/+2. No, not an idiot. Just do the power boost, mate. I'm just saying that I could have actually started it too, and blocked in addition. And no creatures. Elspeth's Nightmare. I think I'd rather go for the Barnabas, which hits them for... Wow, that's good. And then we swing in. The only issue is if you play the Kraum in the next turn, it'll deal 0 to them. So we want to go for the Elspeth's Nightmare first, really, don't we? They're at 12, and any double spells will net us a card. This is actually pretty good. I cannot deny the power of this combo of cards. So they go for Geezer. We can't attack in safely now, but we can go over the top of 4, which might give us a bit of oomph. Oof, and they've just put 2 things in there. We do have a Tail's End, though. Oh, and Elspeth's Nightmare exiles the graveyard eventually, which is cool. And we have 2 ways to stop Geezer's trigger going off, which is actually really beautiful. I think we might have them here. Anything with a trigger they do now will essentially end their life, because they only have 5 life and we have 4 flying. So unless they get rid of the Barnabas, they're attacking, which means they probably have a board wipe. The 1 ring. Well, we need to counter that, or we lose the game. Oh my goodness gracious me. Oh, that was a fantastic battle. I enjoyed that a lot. This is a good matchup for us. Sometimes feels a bit weird when you just face like a Traxxer and then you go to Perforos, but I don't know. Damnation might be good. Although I guess Perforos is very fast. You know, they just play loads of tokens. We're going to be in trouble. But maybe Rusko can help us gain some life back. Ornithopter means they're going to get Perforos next turn. Do we care about that? I guess... I think we just go for Rusko, don't we? Probably a bit risky, because he can just die to anything, obviously, but if it means it slows down their Perforos play, maybe it was worth it. Okay, so that means they just take that turn off. Right. What do we want to do then? I think we want to Thoughtseize, just to make sure there's nothing insane in their hand. Oh god. I guess the kill spell goes away there then. And the Croxer goes in the bin, which is nice. So now they don't actually have a kill spell for Rusko, which is great for us. And they don't have anything that just spams 3 or 4 creatures into play at the same time. They can do 2 creatures, obviously. But we do have a Damnation, which is like a get out of jail free card, which is something that I'm highly going to consider, I think. Okay, we are down to 17 already though. But... oh boy, 15. Fatal push. Okay. Gain us alive as well. I think we're going to fatal push this. But we'll go for the Clive first. Yeah, just get rid of this. I don't like the way that that can just gain +3/+3. And do I just risk this? They can't block, so yeah, we can attack. Also keeps the devotion down. 1, 2, 3. We'll see. We still have the get out of jail free card here. It is a bit scary because he can also pump the team, give everything +1/+0. The fact they just got a random creature from the Dwarven Mine is irritating as well. 15. We're going to be down to 13. What do they get rid of there? A sorcery, that's irritating. Charming Scoundrel. Another 2 to us. Ugh, gross. 3 flying. It's going to be just... is it just going to be damnation mode, I think? Brazen Borrower. So that can get rid of the Perforos for a small while, I guess. Both instants. Whenever an instant sorcery you control deals damage to an opponent or battle, you pay red. Oh dear. That's a lot of stuff. You can just wait until their turn and just do 2 instants, right? That's probably the best thing to do. We can give them confidence in, like, okay, so they think the Perfo's going to come online, then we can bounce it, something, I don't know. We'll see. I don't really want to use the damnation yet, because Rusko is anything like giving us a little bit of life gain. And also we have some blockers. Attack with all. So what we do is, I think we bounce the Perforos, because this means that they have to activate that ability now they want to use it. And if they do, it means we can then see what to kill. Okay, nice. So they're going to give the whole team power boost. So as we expected. Three. Kill that. Okay, so we're down up to 12. 3-1 first strike. So take 4. Okay. I think that kind of worked out quite nicely, to be honest. We get some stuff back. Kraum, Brotherhood's End. Not the greatest, really. Brotherhood's End is very bad. I don't really want to get rid of our things at all. Ah, jeez. Like, at least we got the River's Rebuke, which we definitely want to keep. Sorcery. God damn it. We're going to take 2 from that, but we gain 1 back. That's annoying. Oh well, I think we just have to kill this. We lose 4, gain 1. And then the Kraum. This is going to sound really weird. Do we get rid of this, or do we just use it to kill the Ornithopter, but then we lose the Kraum? And then if that's the case, that's very bad sequencing, isn't it? No, I think we just do it for the life. Oh, I don't know if that was the right move or not now. They're down to 9. Are we just going to die? Yeah, that was bad sequencing. I'm just panicking, basically. 6. Can they deal 6 haste? We'll find out. If they leave Vial Smasher alone, then they also die from the River's Rebuke. So there's that. I think we got very lucky. Very, very lucky here. Just Perforos. Oh my god. That's crazy. I think that the sequencing there was hugely important and we could have messed up so easily if we'd just done something out of order. But yeah, goddamn, very, very close. Alright, let's see how we get on against Urza. Urza's a very powerful commander, obviously. Okay, but we've got some the format. When you see some powerful cards like this, it's so strong. Put stuff in the graveyard. Put stuff in the graveyard, and then he comes out the graveyard. Amazing. Are they going to counter this? That would be awful. No. Okay. Nice. Land, that can go there. What are they going to do here? I'm not going to play anything here, because if they've got a mana drain, it's going to screw me over. It's a blue deck with 2 blue mana up. What the hell do you think is going to happen? Kraum marks. You son of a bitch. I guess the extinction event is going to be pretty good eventually. Warning clock. Ugh. That is disgusting. Let's go for the search. I feel as though that's going to be a nice way to find answers. Virtue, that's not going to deal with a X4 and also a 3/3 artifact when they play it now because they've got 2 other artifacts. They put a pact underneath the Kraum though, that's interesting. Annoyingly, a board wipe is what we need now. Or just, oof, Barrage Expertise is pretty good as well. We've got 2 mana up. You can do all sorts of bollocks. Let's try this. And we've got the Barrage Expertise in the following turn, I suppose. If they do counter it now. So they legit did have counter spell. Okay. Fair enough. What did we expect? I literally said they were probably going to have that anyway earlier on. So maybe if we had actually used the search earlier, they would have actually counted that. But it's difficult to say here, there, or other. Oh, for God's sake. That is absolutely bollocks. Well, that makes it annoying. That's not a great feeling, is it? This is potentially the biggest lockdown. Oh, they're going to spend 5 on an island. Which means they can still play the counter spell anyway, because it's going to untap all their artifacts. I kind of wish I played Ashiok now. I feel like all the things I wish I had done, I haven't. Alright, let's get our shit counted, I guess. Suppose if I'd have got 3 cards in hand. Please don't find another way to put that on top, you cheeky bastard. We could have another counter spell. This taps for blue. I think Croxer is pretty good against their deck. Essence Flux. Interesting. So whatever the hell was in their hand was better than this. That's crazy. I really want them to tap out here. The thing I found when I was using Urza myself is that you're kind of torn between using Urza and using the stuff in your hand. It's risky either way, because if you can't really use Urza in your opponent's turn, it just doesn't really pan out that well. Because you can only play sorceries in your turn. Brainstorm. Oh, if I can resolve this Brass Expertise, that would be just lovely. They've spent 5 mana on doing that. They're going to attack. Oh, they're going to play a land. Okay. Hit me for 5. 15. What else are you going to do? Nothing. It's just going to be another bloody counter spell, isn't it? Reanimate. Do we have anything big in the graveyards? The Croxer. That is actually not too bad. We can get rid of both the cards in the hand and then do something sneaky, maybe. Let's try and do this. Let's see how they respond. Ultimately, we're just trying to get rid of another card from their hand, so we can use Brawl's expertise. If they counter this, then they are still down a card. So it's a very, very bad position for them to be in, actually. And if they don't counter this, they lose a card. So, okay. It was a tutor effect. Well, does that mean they have a counter for this effect? If they do, fucking mana drain. Christ. That's bollocks. Okay, well, they're completely tapped out now. Oh, I mean, the fact they got rid of this is nuts, actually. Scour for scrap. That would have gotten them the Paradox engine that they needed. Just place a kitten. Pay the 5. And they get a land. Okay, this is actually pretty good. Although they can still do this ability like a ridiculous amount of times. Toxic Deluge is actually better. That's actually better. We're keeping that. Okay, we're going to lose a bit of life doing this, but... very risky. Very risky here. They can do the ability. If they get a counter spell, I'm going to be very pissed off, but there we are. It's actually going to be really bad if they do. Oh, thank God, they can't do that. They would have been able to flicker the Urza as well. Play Barnabas. Will be down to 3. Okay. Oh boy. This is risky. But if they play 2 spells, we get to draw a card, which is just lovely. And is it going to be a second spell? It is. Fantastic. We are getting a bit low on life, which is not great. Bit of triumph. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And then play the bit of triumph. Kill the Urza. Oh God. What's it going to be? Bit of triumph. We can do that in response. No, we kind of want to not lose the 2. The River's Rebuke. Oh yes. Bit of triumph. Discard a card. Kill that. Discard that. Oh my God, beautiful. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it. They have a midnight clock, but at least they didn't Rivers Rebuke us because they couldn't at instant speed. Are we being roped now? Come on. Don't be silly. It's always like this, isn't it? Opponent does well, you come back, and then it turns out your opponent the whole time was a pathetic little crybaby. So, come on, man. Imagine the boss 1532 dealing with any scenario outside of a card game involving a bit of stress. We all have stresses, we all have problems in our lives. You clearly thought you were going to win, and you still have a chance. Either way, let's just find out. You're not going to win if you just rope someone. You know? Surely you can try and win by actually playing the game. There's always that chance. Also, I'm at 3 life. Oh my. Opponent finally passed priority. Left their commander in the graveyard. I mean, here's the thing about being pathetic, right? They just left the commander in the graveyard out of just pure, like, childish rage, childish anger. How could you ever win now? Surely the victory would be far sweeter if you just played, left it in command zone, see what happened. 5, 6, 7. All you needed was 1 mana. Was that really worth it? You tell me. Let's just do a test. Can we beat Atraxa with this deck? We know it's a big bogey man, woman. Bogey angel. We got a bogey on our 6. Right, let's go for a Savell and Ancient Tomb, Power Stone. It's all looking juicy. Got some juicy juices. Narset doesn't actually help here. Damn, I should have chosen the other art. The anime art is so good. This art's okay. He does look pretty cool. Much like the anime one. So next time we can go Ancient Tomb, 1 Power Stone. Depends what they want to do, I guess. If they thought Seize would be annoying. Oh, extra turn goes in the bin. 1 Power Stone, okay. Again, the issue is because we're trying to deal damage with Clive, and they're gaining a shitload. The 7 lifelink there is nuts. Play Burrow Elder. Okay. Well, we've got a lot of mana, to be fair. Colorless. Kill this. This is such a good disruption card. We can't play this, sadly, but we can go for the Monument in case we choose to discard some cards. Actually, I think this is left over from another deck I was making, but it weirdly does have some relevance when we get like Liliana out or something. It's not the best fit for the deck, to be perfectly honest with you, this one. But you know what? The amount of times people make me discard, it's just a good card to protect you from stuff like Thoughtseize. Even if it's 1 card, it means your opponent didn't really get that much value from you. Are they going to play Binding here? That's one of the most classic. They're going to reanimate. Okay, fair enough. And they're going to foretell something naughty. Let's see what's in their naughty hand. And it's Swan Song that goes away. Okay, so we've got a lot of colorless. Right, the Tapper is a bit of a bastard here. It keeps wanting to use all the colours I don't want it to use. We'll go for Barnabas. I assume this is a counterspell or some kind of board wipe, maybe. I don't know. Portal isn't something we really see that much lately. Is it the 3 mana board wipe? Thoughtseize. I literally mentioned this. Okay, so the irony is I get rid of the thing that we would be discarding their thing with. So we're going to draw a card. Actually came in handy. Oh, that's nice. We've got a Stifle. That's going to be exquisite versus the Atraxa. Oh my god. 2 anti-things. Beautiful. I suspect this is the counter. Counter 1. Okay, let's see if we can attack. They only have 5 mana, which means they're not playing Atraxa next turn, and they're not playing Hullbreaker. Is it Hullbreaker Horror, yeah. Down to 9. As long as we keep up the blue. If that's the counterspell, am I really that worried? Probably not. Okie dokie. I'm actually very surprised here. Oh shit. I've just realised we can stifle that. We can just kill them, we're gonna kill them, we're gonna kill them. Yes. I cannot imagine. Circuitous Route. Oh shit. 4, 5, 6. So if we get any spell that costs 2 or more mana. Oh bugger. As if they found a way around that. Oh yes, I think that's enough. That's going to deal 5 to them. Holy crap. We've made a really good deck here, guys. Let me get back. The Bolus. Unbelievable. Jesus. And a Tail's End. Holy crap. Absolutely destroyed. If you do not like and subscribe from that gameplay, you're absolutely nuts. This is the only place where you are going to see people do things like that against an Atraxa build. Come on.